Good evening, race fans, and welcome in to the final round. That's right, the 12-week CaseKing.de Pro Series comes to a conclusion tonight. And the only thing we can conclude from the standings is we have no idea who's going to win overall. That's right, it is very close up at the top, and it is, as we can see on our screens, the Nordschleife, or as I like to call it, the great equaliser in Germany. This track is as unforgiving as it is long, and with the standings again being so close, yeah, it's really all down to the final checkered flag tonight. My name is a very excited John Wright, aka Double O Raven, here to take you through all of the action once again as we find out who will be crowned champion after an incredible 12 weeks. Watkins Glen, Silverstone, Circuit of the Track Limits, Spa, Barcelona, the Red Bull Ring, Monza, Imola, Kyalami, Bathurst, Suzuka last time out. What a pair of races that was. And of course we conclude tonight with the Nordschleife. Slightly different race this evening. It is one 90-minute race, so no reverse order grid for the top 15. I'm sure the drivers eternally grateful of that little change this evening. And of course the 12 weeks and the drivers all looking to get their hands on that top prize, €2,500 for our series champion. Second place, not too shabby, a Next Level Racing FGT Pro bundle, and for P3 €1,000 cash as well. Let's talk about the standings though. Did somebody say close? It is pretty close, just over 250 points separating the top four, right down to the wire between the four of them. Eric Delphant not too far behind either. Anything goes wrong with the four ahead, he could find himself in the mix, but it is Sam Gaskell with a 99-point lead at the moment over Grantis Caraccas. Boothbay in third is only 16 points behind Caraccas. Shea O'Sullivan, as I said, 253 points behind Sam Gaskell. He's got almost 500 points back to Eric Delphant, but again, this is the Nordschleife. Absolutely anything could happen if the four up front decide to tango too hard around here. The 1,300 or so points for a win could do Delphant well. Philip Minar in 6th and Kevin Bellick in 7th position, just under the 1,000-point mark and just ahead of Sasha Wassner in 9th place. Van Rossum in 10th position at the moment. Tim Flagg, did I miss Samir Fosh here? My apologies. Samir Fosh in 9th. Van Rossum rounding out the top 10. Tim Flagg and Jack Humble 11th and 12th, with Abe Santema in 13th position. Fabian Buers and David Tepper 14th and 15th respectively, with McVeigh and Frey 16th and 17th. Frey has certainly been in the fray in the Porsche. Love seeing what he's been doing behind the wheel of that thing, and a good result a couple of races ago. He's missed 2 of the races, so that'll be his drop rounds. I'm sure he is in the race this evening. That's gone the wrong way. There we go. Lubislavsky in 18th, Hoffman in 19th, and Kreuselberg rounding out the top 20 for tonight's event. We've got 34 drivers out for tonight. Oh, that is a bit loud. Isn't audio wonderful? That should be a bit better. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Predictions, who do we think's winning the race? Apart from the viewers, who do we think is going to win the championship? Will this video replay be saved? Anthony D'Amico, yes it will, on YouTube. Everything is back catalogued and stored for eternity over on the YouTube channel. The links for that will be up in the chat very soon. Live on YouTube as well. Thank you to everyone that's helping grow both LFM channel, or the main LFM channel, on YouTube. Of course, now German and English broadcasts all broadcast on there as well. And of course, as I say, completely saved for posterity. Thank you for the follow as well, Pendunati. Hopefully getting that one correct. and Mick Feg. Thank you for the follow as well. We do have the German and English chat mixed in. So if we've got the German next to it, then they will be able to hear the German broadcasters, and yourself with the English text, you'll all be able to hear me, of course. We've got Good Luck Sam G. Yep, Sam Gaskell getting some love in the chat. He's had quite the season so far. Qualifying round here is going to be an absolute shootout. As Kevin Bellick. Now, bear with me a moment, sorry, I seem to have some issues with liveries. Where are we? So yeah, 90-minute race, of course, the mandatory pit stop as well. Conditions certainly going to be in the driver's favour, 22-degree track temperature. So not too much pressure on the tyres, which they will be eternally grateful for. And yeah, of course, they'll be going through part of the course as well. So we've got about 10 minutes until the practice session ends. A few more in the chat. There is the socials there. That'll have the YouTube link and, of course, the Discord link. 258,000 drivers at LFM now. Of course, we just had the 250,000 celebratory weekend of events, 250 kilometre races. We're now up to 259,448, another 111 new drivers today alone, so make sure you get involved. You can claim one of the 113,234,793 laps that have been completed here at LFM across, of course, ACC, Assetto Corsa, Automobilista 2, Race Room and WRC. And there we go, the absolute mad dash. Let's just get straight over and see how close they are. The absolute mad dash to make their way out of the pits. Nose to tail. An interesting one. I wonder... yeah, so of course for qualifying they do get to take the shortcut, so they'll come through the final chicane of the Nürburgring and just make their way on to the lap from there. So we're going to see them all, of course, slow up right at the end. Only 14 minutes, so it is a one lap shootout. Absolutely no messing about on this one. Well, I'm saying a one-lap shootout. My apologies. It's not. They do technically have enough time. They've got enough time for 2 laps. But yeah, if you make a mistake too late, you're going to need to be quick out the pits again. Championship leader Sam Gaskell. He was, we'll call this the Chris Williams or the Gixxer effect. He's number 1 in the championship. He's number 1 in the pits as well. So he's got himself into pit box 1 and he is first out onto track. He's going to be the first one, he'll certainly be hoping, to set a lap time given his position, and he is going to be fully focused. I mean, fascinating one for me, completely off topic we'll go, but yeah, to be in the position that he's in, I mean, I do enjoy sim racing. I am terrible, apart from of course the F4s at the Red Bull Ring. On a certain race room. I'm the absolute king. Come at me, bro. But yeah, in this situation, I mean, a normal 15-minute qualifying session, you're getting a few laps in. You're here at the Nordschleife, though. You're leading the championship I mean, lap 1 is going to be insane. It's the Nordschleife. Anything can happen anyway. Has there ever been a more vital qualifying session than this one, given how close it is, and how do the drivers handle that pressure? I mean, genuinely, how do they handle it? I certainly absolutely could not. Any thoughts in the chat on that one? Any drivers out there aspiring to get themselves up to the top? How do you handle such things? We are going to see very soon how these drivers handle it. A couple of yellow flags through the field. That's them all queuing up to take their place. There is Karekas taking a run at turn number 1. So that's him getting out. What, we're now 12 minutes in. We're going to be looking about an 8-minute lap. So yeah, he's got enough time certainly to get close to the Dottinger straight and then have to start again. Don't want to curse the commentator anyone, but it's all about what that time up at the top. Get Bars and Nobi all flying into turn number 1. They're all still pretty close. Gaskell just through 16. He's got Boothby who's chasing him down. He is already out on track. He's only a couple of cars behind, so yeah, he was pretty quick. Ranked number 1 in the lobby as well. So the ranking system certainly favouring Boothby today. He's won with Gaskell number 2. Anyone overly surprised by Karekas being 3? Anyone? No. Yes, the 3 of them unsurprisingly as well, and a Mustang! Haha! Definitely been the go-to car for the season, that's for sure. A phenomenal all-rounder in the championship. We've got the GT... Oh no, sorry, never mind. We have 34 now out with Rehfeld. Out on track in the BMW. There is Samir Foch as well, currently top 10 in the championship. He'll be looking to hold on that and make some advances. I did see him out earlier learning the Nordschleife. It's a course I've never learned. Absolutely too long for my poor little brain to handle. Let's see how Gaskell is getting on. He is coming just through Rebel Tree. We can see just how quick and tight and twisty this course really is. Some of these curbs just phenomenally high given the speed that the drivers could be hitting them. You need to miss everything there. Threads it through absolutely beautifully as the sun bounces through the trees. Over the curbs we go. And again, 22-degree track temperature, bit of cloud cover, optimum track conditions, so very good qualifying conditions for the drivers. Through Wearshaven we go. Down the hill, beautiful views in the background, down the hill, heavy on the brakes. Oh, gets that car rotated very nicely indeed. Nice little roller coaster section before you crest the hill, and back down we go. It is an absolute roller coaster of a piece of tarmac. It would actually be good fun. We're going to go miles off topic again, but yeah, if you could get... Have anyone seen those things up in the Swiss Alps, I believe it is? The little one-man... It's like a single metal track, and you get a little one-man bobsled, and you get the hang on at the brake, and just... away you go down the mountain. Very good fun. That would be, yeah, a phenomenal addition at the side of the track around here, I would say. You would certainly muster a fair bit of momentum given the ups and downs in the banking around here. He's got himself a good run so far. The current lap, I'm not really getting very good sector data at the moment. But we'll see if he gets on. Getting towards the last third or so of the track. Got the carousel. Nice exit there, nice and smooth. No surprise he's got a decent setup on the suspension. You can get discount on all the on all the setups as well. Make sure you get off the go setups. There'll be more links for that in the chat as well. First time chatter. That is in German, unfortunately. Let me see if we can't quickly. Yeah, sorry, can't get that translated, my apologies, but I'm sure someone in the German chat will get that answered. I've accidentally pinned that. But we will crack on. Gaskell now coming towards the Dottinger Straight at the end of his first timed lap. 6 minutes left. Mini Carousel fully conquered. Boothby still not far behind Polovchuk. He's just run wide through the Mini Carousel. He's not far behind Corey McVeigh, and I tell you, is that Boothby? It is. Oh wow, Polovchuk's made a bit of a mistake there through the Mini Carousel, and it's cost him. Well, you can see how much time it's cost him. He's been overtaken. Boothby goes flying past him. So this will be a banker lap for Polovchuk, although he might get a cheeky bit of slipstream from Boothby. I'm sure Boothby would have been hoping that was the other way around. Two of them will be moving quicker thanks to that slipstream, so I'm sure neither will be overly saddened by the current situation. Gaskell comes into the final corner complex. For me, one of the most difficult. You see so many mistakes through here. Keeps it absolutely pinned. What, I tell you what, that did look like a minor bit of lateral movement on the back of the car there. Does survive. He crosses the line with an 8:01.655, and he's pulled over. I suppose, actually, yeah, so he does have time to get tyres on, run the short course, and that's exactly what he's done. Boothby 8:02.8 straight to the pits. Rochelle 8:04.8. Samir Foch gets quickly overtaken as Lucas Road is an 8:04. Yeah, so it just goes to prove why I make a better commentator than a driver. Yeah, they've all got time. I did think it was going to be pretty much a one-lap shootout, but they've all come in at the end of their first lap. They're going to run the short course and go for a second one on a fresh set of tyres. I suppose now the track rubbered in ever so slightly. We've had 34 drivers make their way to the end. Boucher in 6th. It's still Gaskell at the top. Shea Sullivan 4th in the championship. Goes 3rd with an 8:03.447. So he is putting himself in the hunt. Up at the top. So yeah, banker lap set by most of the field. There's Everson coming in. He's got himself a lap set. Brenham as well. Everson in 5th place. Kurekas joins the party. He separates the 255 teammates, and we have the series standings imitated in the current qualifying standings. Wow, that one escaped me hard. Gaskell still obviously at top of the board, 8:01.6. He's 8/10 ahead of Kurekas, who's still in the pits. Got about a minute before he needs to come out. Boothby is out. O'Sullivan in 4th, Boothby 3rd, Road in 5th, Everson 6th, Rochelle in 7th, Boucher in 8th place, Brenham 9th, and Jurkovic currently rounding out the top 10. We've got a few drivers. Sasha Wassner hasn't set a time yet. Bars hasn't got one in either. Kevin Bellick still to put one in. So does Herzog of Callet Racing, just coming along at the start finish. The Dottinger Straight now. See how the Ferraris are holding up. Oh, Bellick invalidating his lap and back to the pits. Now here comes Herzog. 11th place. 8.058, a 10th behind. Doesn't come in for fresh tyres. Yeah, would have been very close getting in and out again. Oh, Sam Gaskell back to the pits. And Karakis just leaving now, so Gaskell back to the pits. Boothby. His lap time is it? Oh yeah, so he's out. Sorry, yeah, so he's just come out of the pits as well, but he's not been back in. He's come out once. Sorry, yeah, Gaskell has come back in, so he's jumped back to the pits after, well, quite early in his lap. So something not quite right, or a small mistake being made, and he's come straight back in. Yeah, I've got 25 drivers, got time set, 8.15.2 at the back of the grid. Milan Keese with a 13.6, Corey McVeigh with an 8 minute 12.665. We have 3 drivers on 8 minute 11. Up at the front though, Gaskell, only one. Oh, Boothby with the yellow flag. Oh yeah, they're slowing up at the last corner again to get the lap started. He's got Samir Foch just behind him. Foch currently with an 807.550. Bang on half a second behind Lewis Lavstick. He is chasing in the championship. A little duel between these two. He is just behind Boothby, so slipstream opportunity, I'd imagine, at the end of this lap. Or as they come out of the stadium section, we'll call it. He'll back off a bit, give him a bit of space. Let's put the fan on. Very cosy evening once again. So that's Karakis on a timed lap. And Gaskell is just out of the pits again. Oh, sorry, is this him on a flying lap? He is on a flying lap, sorry. He's coming out of course. Oh no, he's not, my apologies, he's not Karakis. Yep. Completely lost myself here. There's a lot of checkered flags come out. Yeah, apologies. They are still out on laps. But I have been given the checkered flags there. But yeah, these should count. So Gaskell is out on a lap. He is down. He is behind Boothby in the on-track running order. So it's down to Boothby to lay the lap down. Danage, thank you very much for the following. Ellie's 44 Ferrari superfan. You're 100% welcome in. I'm a big fan of Ferraris myself. So you are more than welcome in. Of course, Danage, absolutely welcome in as well. Welcome to LFM. This is, of course, the English broadcast. Get yourself involved in the racing. 259,000 drivers currently registered on the website. Over 100 have joined today. So get yourself involved across the 5 sims. This, of course, the CaseKing.de Pro Series. A very large prize pool for the top 3. €1,000 cash from PXN for 3rd place, the Next Level Racing FGT Pro Bundle for 2nd, and the €2,500 cash prize for 1st place from Fanatec. So thank you hugely to the sponsors as well for putting on the prizes. Oh, the track temperature has gone down by a degree. Very windy though, actually. That's something that I've just clocked. 9 kilometres an hour. That will mess with your aero in certain places. So, long way to go for the lap. 5 drivers at the minute don't have a time set. The top 29 do. Lucas Rhodes in the... so too is Sasha Wassner. They are 6th and 8th respectively. Wassner with an 804.850. Rochelle with an 804.840. Yeah, so frighteningly close given the length of the track. It is beyond wild. Beyond wild how close to get. Let's see what Boothby can do. We've been on board with his teammate. Let's jump on board with Boothby. He is going to be, or certainly he'll be hoping to be the next 255 team member to set a lap time. He needs to get to the end of the lap to set it. He is currently chasing his teammate in the standings and in qualifying. Gaskell. Now, was that a bit of mind games on Gaskell's part? Did he come back to the pits to let Boothby go out ahead of him? We'll see if they make it to the top 3. We'll get. I'll try and remember to ask them that question when come if they make it into onto the podium at the end. It's the Nordschleife. We did see actually as I was looking through some of the audio settings as well. I mean, Sam Gaskell on his time lap getting absolute air. Owen Boothby just having a bit of a tickle on the wall there. Really pushing the limits, trying to find any time that he can. He is currently 1.2 seconds behind his teammate. And any other course in the world would be a lot, but that's half a tenth per corner around here, if even that, a quarter of a tenth, quarter of a half of a tenth per corner. Oh, and he's gotten lively there again. Absolutely on the edge, corner after corner. It never ceases to amaze me how much commitment these drivers have over these curves. I believe they call it gathering up the car. A skill set I have yet to be able to master. Oh, wow. Oh, the back end going. He's managed to hold that. He is having himself some fun out there, that is for sure. Oh, I would love to have seen his face there. Turn 44 on his second qualifying lap. Back end stepping out. You could hear, hopefully you could hear it from the tyres. They were going full squeal certainly. Full commitment once again. He is coming towards the Dottinger Straight where some semblance of sanity is going to be coming his way. Keep the car in a straight line before you get into one of the twistiest parts of the course. It's almost like the chicane, the pit entrance at Bathurst. You get yourself up and over the mountain and you've got to make your way through a double chicane into the pits. But that is the carousels for the moment. Ooh, a little bit of a lift there. Oh, but he's been massively overtaken now. He's going for a full bit of slingshot and... well, there we go. That is one way to do it. Are these actually valid laps? Not 100% sure. But either way, there's a fair bit of magnetism between the two. So yeah, Boothby then. I don't think he was on a valid lap. Samir Foch making the most of that run. Is this just a tyre exercise? Let's see what Foch does across the line. 807.550 his previous time. And he gets an 806.620. So he does improve up to 15th place. Boothby comes into the pits. Karakas and Gaskell. 801.015. Gaskell does go quicker. Karakas then still chasing the top spot in the championship and in qualifying. He needs to find 1.4 seconds. And does not. Stays on exactly the same time. So it is Sam Gaskell, championship leader, leading the way in the final race. 34 drivers strong in the final round of the CaseKing.de Pro Series. What a 12 weeks it's been so far, and this is going to be a good one. That is quite the gap for Gaskell up at the front of the field. He's done incredibly well there. Let us get a look. Oh, my apologies. There we go then. Gaskell, Karakas and Boothby. It's the standings in the championship, reimagined in the qualifying. I'm really struggling tonight, my apologies. Just the levels of excitement. Shea Sullivan down in 5th place though. He's 4th in the championship, starting in 5th place tonight. This run out into the countryside is going to be the most important couple of miles of track in the entire season. Yeah, getting through lap 1 and out into the countryside, that is going to be, yeah, like I say, some hotly contested tarmac. That is for absolutely sure. Let me just see if I can't grab the standings in front of me. In fact, what we can do, apologies, just getting the grid ready. There we go. So for the final round, it will be Sam Gaskell leading the way, 801.015, 1.4 seconds ahead of main championship rival, one of two rivals. Is Grantis Karakas starting in 2nd, 3rd in the championship and 3rd in tonight's qualifying. It is George Boothby starting on the 2nd row alongside Iverson, sorry, for Visceral Esports. Yeah, Visceral with 3 in the top 5. A bit of team tactics going on. Shea Sullivan also in the hunt for the championship in top 3, starting in 5th. Then we've got Lucas Road. Races for Skidmark Racing in 6th position in the Aston Martin. Jan Boucher, the Eurobeat intensifies, starting in 7th place. In 8th position is Jan Rochelle for LFM Esports, an incredible talent behind the wheel of that Aston. 8th place tonight. It is Sasha Wassner for Low Fuel Motorsports, starting in 9th. In 10th place, we've got Dennis Herzog for Callet Racing Team. 11th place, it is West Competition Racing's Oyston Brenham in the Lamborghini. Let's see what he can do before we make it out of the stadium section. We've got the McLaren of Jakub Jurkiewicz for Papaya Esports in 12th. Then it is David Lindblom for Sim Seniors in the Honda. Let's see what that thing can do in a straight line here. And Audi as well. Lubezlavsky, of course, for Sunset Outrun. He's in 14th place. In 15th position, Samir Fosh, the LFM content creator, getting his Mustang up into the top 15 as he looks for a top 10 finish in the championship. Pavlo Polovchuk for Gladius, starting in 16th place. In 17th, Mika Patuch for Race Place. His Ferrari good enough for 17th. Pascal Giraud, the freelancer Aston Martin, repping the LFM colours, 18th position. Tobias Laugenberg, one of the Callet Racing team, with an 8-minute 8.2, good enough for 17th. Then it's Dan Noby in 20th position. That seems to have jumped a little bit. That is Lon Van Rossum's, the Ferrari in 21st for Unicorn Racing. Then we have got Tim Flake for SL Racing Team in 22nd. 23rd place, it's Stefan Vimazar in the Porsche. We'll turn down the brakes wheel for now. Milan Kish for Sunset Outrun in the Ferrari, starting in 24th position. In 25th place, it is Kevin Bellick for Bellick GT Racing in the BMW. It's David Tepper, the SL Racing Team Ferrari, starting in 26th place. Bars for Racehouse Esports, starting in 27th. In 28th, it's Cody McVeigh. 8 minutes 11.380 for Cody in the McLaren. Starting ahead of Inter Bavarian Racing Team's Daniel Steiner in 29th position. Strigalowski starting in 30th place. Oh, and there we go, my apologies, it's green lights and away we go. It's the very short start as Sam Gaskell very quickly looking to fend off the advances of one Grantis Karekis into turn number 1. Boothby Everson go side by side as well. They are going to concertina up. It's going to be Gaskell that's got the prime line. Can he do his teammate a favour? We've got 3 visceral teammates up against the 255 team, and it's Sam Gaskell and Grantis Karekis. Oh, I tell you what, they've got very close. There's a lot going on, and it is Gaskell holding on to the inside line, but it's going to be Karekis that's got the inside line here. No, he's not, as Boothby gets very close to the two of them. Wassner finds himself up into 9th position, as we can still see Sam Gaskell now getting a bit of breathing space, all things considered, from Karekis, as Boothby is now chasing Everson, still in 4th with O'Sullivan in 5th position. Jan Russell, Sasha Wassner, started in 9th, he's still in 9th, the top 9 holding on to their spots. Dennis Herzog's had a bit of an incident at the start, so too Kevin Bellick and Jent Bars, who are down 6. We'll see if we can catch replays of that. Dan Noby up 6 positions. Samir Foch, where he started in 15th, so good start by Noby, great start though by Gaskell. He's got job 1 done. Well, actually, this is job 2 done now. Actually, job 1 get pole position in qualifying. Job 2 lead the field out into the countryside, and that's exactly what he looks like he's going to be doing as he comes through the final chicane in the stadium tech section for the first time at Askin. It's Gaskell in 1, Karekis in 2, Boothby in 3, Everson in 4, Shields Sullivan in 5th position, Lucas Road in 6th, and Jan Boucher in 7th place. Jan Rochelle in 8th, with Sasha Wassner in 9th, and Oyston Brenham in 10th place. There is the rear spoiler of Sam Gaskell. As I say, that is job 1 done for him, leading them out into the countryside. Now just needs to hold it for the next 90 minutes. Easy one, surely. Job done? Yeah, that's it. We can all wrap up and go home. If it of course stays like it is until the end of the race, which is highly unlikely. It will be these 3 that are crowned at the top of the overall standings. 90 minutes and a mandatory stop still to go. Yeah, we'll pop that on just now. Do that. Good run out in the countryside as well has been for Gaskell. He's putting a bit of breathing space between himself and Karekis. Karekis got Boothby absolutely all over the back of him. Shields Sullivan right behind his teammate, of course. He is in the hunt for a top 3 overall position. 4th in the championship, 5th on track at the minute with one of his teammates ahead of him. Unlikely we'll see any kind of team orders coming into this one though, you never know. Everson not in the top 10 actually, so yeah, you might see Everson not putting quite up so much of a defence against O'Sullivan before the end. So close between these top 5 just now. Lucas Road not far behind either. Jan Boucher hanging on nicely as well. The top 9, as I say, holding on to their starting positions. Brenham up 1, Lindblom up a spot as well. It's Herzog that had the incident early doors. In fact, let's have a look and see. So it was off the start line there. Oh, I tell you what, he's got the Lamborghini on the outside, and that McLaren very close to him indeed. A little bit of space left. Oh, the Audi's coming hot. The McLaren's been sent up the inside. Not really got much more, not really much else the McLaren could do there, and a couple of contacts behind as well. That was the very recognisable Aston Martin of Louis Lavsky. And again, yeah, just another quick look at that lap 1, turn 1 incident. So it did catch a couple of cars out, big concertina effect. Oh, as you would expect, a couple of cars running off in what would be the Mercedes arena. We'll go back up to the front and make sure everyone is still as you were, and they certainly are, as Sam Gaston now 1.2 seconds ahead of a very persistent George Boothby. He's chasing Karakas. The only 16 points, 15 points separate these two at the top of the standings. So these two have got their own little mini battle going on as they both try to hunt down Gaskell ahead of them to try and take the overall win as well. So it's on an absolute knife edge here. They know they can't be battling too hard, but you've still got to go for it. Everson and O'Sullivan not far behind at all. Lucas Rowe and Jan Boucher, as I say, still very much in the hunt there as well. It's also very close just outside the top 15, where Samir Foch is finding himself under increasing amount of pressure and just gets over. It was Polovchuk, my apologies, that was the Aston Martin I misidentified earlier. It was Polovchuk in the Aston Martin. Got himself a nice move on Foch there, out with one of the carousels, and it's put Foch, throwing him right to the wolves. He's nope. Now there he goes, you can see he's got Petusian Herzog just behind him. Milan Kish not too far behind either. Milan having a good solid start to the race, up 5 positions, looking to take more spots from Herzog, who is down 8 on where he started. Samir Foch net 1 down as well. Don Nobi still up 6 places, so phenomenal start for him. We've still got very close there, and Lucas Rowe still looking to put the pressure on Shea O'Sullivan. Yeah, now he is in a very interesting position, of course. If he finishes here, he'll hold on to 4th in the championship. Anything better than that. To improve, he needs to finish ahead of at least one of the drivers in 1st, 2nd and 3rd. But he's got his teammate ahead of him. He's got Lucas Rowe pressuring him from behind, and it is Rowe that is closer to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan is to Everson at the moment. Jurkowicz on Lindblom. Certainly, there we go. I love the carousel. I love the way the corner just spits the cars out. And the Audi just lifting the back end there. That's going to cost you a bit of traction, and that's not what you need when you've got Don Nobi for Carlet Racing catching up behind you. He's got a few positions so far already, and he's got Polovchuk just behind him. So Polovchuk gaining a position now. So he dropped a couple at the start. Oh, we've got Herzog tumbling down the order. Oh, Herzog absolutely tumbling down the order. Let's have a look and see what's going on there. Hopefully no trees in the way. So that is carousel 1 and done. Oh, yep. A wheel. Oh, and it's just gone from bad to worse. Wow, wow, there we go. Just to make it that bit more spicy for the rest of the drivers. That is so close. Wow, Polovchuk. Well avoided there. That one gave me a fright. But he's back out and running. Herzog tried to save it. It looked like he had saved it, but was not to be. Oh, Brenham's gone past Waster. The Lamborghini has got an incredible run along the Dottinger straight. Couldn't get it done against the Mustang there, but out at the final corner complex and onto the start-finish straight. Gets the job done at the turn number 1. The Mustang is going to come fighting straight back. Can Sasha Waster for LFM get this position back again? The beautiful sound of that Lamborghini engine. Nope, sneaks in front into turn 3. Hanging on to the back end of that Lamborghini like his life absolutely depends on it. Drove it like you stole it, I believe they say, to use local colloquialism. Apologies for the pronunciation. But that was full rip and grip, so much better on the brakes since the Mustang Master. Almost climbing in the back of the Lambo, but they stay separated. The Master confirmed 10th place. Brenham getting it done through the stadium section. Gaskell getting it done through lap number 1, and now got a 1.8 second gap, aka the perfect start to the final race of the season, given his championship position. On Boothby's past Caracas. Boothby is past Caracas. Let us be brave and see. Right, so I'm going to have to just have a little bit of a guesstimation. More than likely done in the slipstream along the Dottinger straight or the start-finish straight, someplace within those lines. But that is Boothby now up to second place. Caracas and how much is Shea Sullivan now wishing that he'd managed to qualify ahead of his teammate Everson. Everson only 1.8 seconds behind. O'Sullivan got a bit of work to make up to catch up, but that is 2.55 in first and second place. In Boothby, who I did say it was ranked 1 in the lobby, Gaskell 2 and Caracas 3. They're not quite running in that order at the moment, but certainly it's an order that Boothby would like them to be running in. Let's see what he can do pace-wise. In fact, can he fend off Caracas? We're certainly not writing him off at all. He is going to be very close for the remainder of this lap. And certainly on the Dottinger straight. Is he going to pull a counter move? I mean, over the 90 minutes, if these two keep slipstreaming and pulling one another along the Dottinger straight and the start-finish straight, they could very easily just end up working together to close the gap on Gaskell, now at 2.3 seconds. I would be absolutely sweating bullets if I was Gaskell in this position, but again, I'm highly unlikely to ever find myself in this position. I'd never forced one of the corners that would prevent me from ever being in this position. I cannot get a car around here for love nor money. These three absolutely can. We haven't had anyone come into the pits, so very good start for everyone over the race so far. A few have fallen by the wayside ever so slightly. Of course, Herzog finding his way onto the grass a couple of times now. He's had a couple of more incidents. In fact, there's just another yellow flag as he finds himself down in 30th position. But again, no one being into Team East into the pits yet. His teammate, Laugenberg, 19th position where he started, leading a trio of Ferraris, being hunted down by Pascal Giraud, who is down 4 places on where he started. Milan Kish, another driver, making hay while the sun is shining through the clouds here. 7 o'clock at night local time. He's up 6 places to 18th. Polovchuk is up 2, and in the top 9, in fact, Oystein Brenham, as I would say, he got his way past Sasha Wassner, who's now under pressure from Lindblom. Lindblom with 2 under his belt, and so do Oystein Brenham in that Lambo. He's made himself up 2 places as well from where he started. So good moves on the opening couple of laps for a couple of the cars. Zamir Foch still where he started in 15th behind Polovchuk, who's up to Lubislavsky. Up a spot as well, Jurkovic hanging on firmly to 12 places. The cars around him trade places. Dennis Herzog, as I mentioned, down 20 spots. Stefan Vimazar as well for PSR finds himself down 5 positions and absolutely entrenched in a battle with Kevin Bellick and Cody McVeigh. McVeigh up 2 spots just behind Daniel Steiner, who himself up 4 positions. And yeah, an incredible battle that's going on between these cars. Oh, we've got Laugenberg going past David Tepper. Tepper goes back past him again. Giroux getting himself involved. They're absolutely side by side in around the tightest track in the world. Apart from, of course, Macau, the double yellow corner. Oh, and that is absolutely stunning driving. Aston Martin completely getting that nailed there. And he's gone from the back of the 3 Ferraris to the front of the 3 Ferraris. Unfortunately for Laugenberg, he's ended up at the back of the 3 Ferraris as well. And he is going to be looking to try and take a place back before Strzegalowski gets himself involved with Aston Martin. So Aston Martin front and back for the trio of Ferraris to contend with. We've got Lindblom trying to get his way past Brenham at the minute. These two, no strangers to overtakes so far, and certainly looking to continue that trend. Sam Gaskell's looking to continue the trend of increasing the gap at the top of the field, and he has successfully done so since we last spied eye upon him. He's another half a second ahead of Boothby. So Boothby, and that is now topping at the 3-second mark. So yeah, Gaskell really getting the foot down since his teammate got ahead of Karakas. We're going to have to jump in on Jurkovic though. McLaren, Honda and Lamborghini. He's got 2 wheels on the grass and he survived. Apologies, don't know where that came from. Lindblom, oh, he's got that Honda right in the middle of these two. It's an interesting position for a car with this top end pace to be in. This could be a fun one along with Dottinger Straight, which we are fast approaching. Mini carousel in and out, very nicely done. McLaren behind there, Jurkovic doing a particularly good job of making his way through, really letting Lindblom know that he is there. And we'll see, oh, the Lamborghini, tell you what, he's got mega, wow, that is serious brave there. He's pulled over now. He's actually denied himself the potential slip. Oh no, he's not actually. He's got himself out with the dirty air and tried to break off the slipstream. They are going to close, but look at the top end speed, and yep, a bit more bump drafting going on between the drivers, all for the greater good. Certainly from our point of view, and that McLaren, they are absolutely flying at the minute, and the Lamborghini is going to potentially not. He's going to share the love. He's going to stay behind. Went for a bit of a bump draft himself. The exit pacing at this corners really will make it a fun one. The temperature though, thankfully 20 degrees, so they'll have plenty of rubber left on the rims. And after jamming on the brakes along there, they stay as they were. They're no doubt going to duel it out through the stadium section. And the Honda, wow, absolutely going for it there. I'm sure he had a big lift. I think he mistimed getting out with the slipstream there, unless he was trying not to get the overtake, but it did seem again like a mistimed attempt to pop out with the slipstream. Maybe left it just that fraction too late to maximise the run that he had. He's not going to get this done into turn 3, I don't think, unless he's very brave on the brakes, which he is not, thankfully. It could be a very different time, very different goal next time around with Polorchuk. Not far behind. Sam Gaskell still up at the front of the field with Lucas Rode and Shields Sullivan, the closest two in the top 5. Well, now Everson is catching up to his teammate. So these two are getting close. Maybe see a bit of bump drafting between these two to try and catch up to Boothby. The minute's still 3.1, so the gap now levelling out. No major gain for Gaskell towards the end of that lap or through the stadium section there. Top 5 in the Mustang. It's safe to say it has indeed been mighty over the series. Oh, Lindblom and Jurkovic, let's jump on board with this one because it is still going strong. In fact, yeah, so Polovchuk chasing very hard indeed. Good mix of manufacturers here, 4 different cars. Oh, Oh, and the Honda's run a bit deep there, not known for its handling, and it's cost him a lot of time and at least one position there. Could this be elongated out into two? Yep, he's had to yield there, and yeah, good sportsmanship. He realises he's made a bit of a mess of it. Back out, don't spin your car, don't touch anybody else, and just give up the position you blocked there. And it does not went well for anybody. So saves the contact, can't quite save the position, so it's Jurkovic now past Lindblom. Let's see what he can do potentially against Jurkovic, or is Jurkovic going to break away? Yeah, he's got himself a nice bit of space. Brenham trying to do the same thing. Polovchuk all over the back. Oh, and they've made contact into 22. Arenberg, and that is them both tumbling down the order. Don Nobi goes through, Mika Pacic goes through as well, Ludolavsky goes through, so too does Samir Foch, and finds himself up in the 12th position. Ludolavsky 13th, Don Nobi. What a race he's had, 6 places up on where he started. Milan Kish up 8 positions after that little faux pas. Lindblom losing 5 so far in the race. 7. My apologies, down 7 on where he started, so it's been a tough start. No, he was up to 11th, so he is down 7 on where he was. He did start in 13th though. Overanalyzed the data there once again. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what Lucas Road is doing against Shea O'Sullivan. He's keeping the pressure on, that is for absolutely sure. Gaskell definitely the quicker through the first third at least of the Nordschleife. That's the gap now up to 3.9. So 3.9 now the gap. So Karekas, oh okay, yeah, that did pop up as a yellow flag, but as yeah, maybe a bit of team bump drafting. So yeah, Visceral doing their best to keep things spicy up at the top of the championship. Lucas Road looking to get his oar involved as well. Yeah, absolutely no thoughts from Road, of course, about O'Sullivan's position. Ooh, in the standings. He's 50th in the race, 4th in the standings. Looking good to hold on to it if he brings home wherever he finishes. I'm sure he'll be hoping still for a crack at the top spot. With an hour and 8 minutes to go, still plenty that can happen. The Road certainly will be looking to get his Aston Martin past the Mustang. It's going to be a tall order. Ooh, yep, especially. Got himself a bit close and carried a bit much pace into the carousel, lost himself maybe a bit of downforce with the amount of slipstream that was being afforded to him from the car behind. Oh, everyone flashing on the standings, no, we're good. And yeah, having to back right out of it. We're coming though to the important part, the Dottinger straight. Stay close. Keep yourself in the hunt and see what you can do in a straight line. Gaskell about 8 corners away, just coming through Eschbach. Absolutely packed grandstands at the side of the course, as you would expect. Hello on YouTube. Hi, have a good race. It says Huzak Richard. Livrazzi Racing, kiss up 8 positions. Great stuff indeed. Yeah, having a phenomenal race is Milan at the moment. Joint biggest gain, Stikolowski up 8 positions himself. David Tepper is up 6. So Don Nobi as well. Samir Foch up 3, but there is Milan Kisil Sunset Outrun. Up to 16th. Herzog making his way back through the field. He was down, he started in 10th, he's dropped as low as 30th, he's now back up, down as low as 30th, sorry, yeah, he's down back up to 27th. Vimasar, I believe, has just had an incident. Let's have a look and see. He was carrying some damage there. Oh, yeah. Wheel on the gravel, too much acceleration, back end steps out, and it's face first into the wall. So yeah, that'll be the Porsche carrying itself. A little bit of damage there. It's going to be a while to catch up. It's a long way to the pit lane, that's for sure. Let's see what Gaskell is doing up at the front now. 4.6 seconds ahead. Wow. Karakas within 1.5 seconds of Everson. Shield Sullivan within a second now of Everson himself. Rode 1.2 seconds down Jurko. He has used that slipstream pretty well along the Dottinger straight, along the start-finish straight. We might see him make a move into turn number 1. The Lambo doing good things at the top end. Now, is that a bit too late for the McLaren to be able to nail it? Oh, a little bit of contact through the corner. The McLaren is going to have the inside line out with turn number 2. Is he going to be able to manage to keep his nose on front and on the inside line? Absolutely not. The outside line, of course, the longer way to go, but you've got a lot more grip out there, a lot less centrifugal force slowing the car down, a bit more acceleration in the Lambo. It does manage to hold on to the spot. Ooh, he's thinking about it again. Is he going to try and force it down into the hairpin, up into the Schumacher S as we go with the McLaren, the Lamborghini. Still in the lead. Jurkovic just popping a yellow flag there, so maybe just treading ever so slightly on the track limits. No, the Lambo absolutely getting the job done. Brenham holding on to position very nicely indeed. And he should have the lead heading out. Oh, Milan Key, speaking of making up positions, the Sunset Outrun driver. No stranger to that so far, and it looks like he's got another one well within his sights. Is Mika Patic, sorry, who's up 2 places himself. He is under serious pressure now though, through Ad Van Bogen. Down the hill we go into the final chicane, and I tell you, the front of that Ferrari looked a little bit light on the suspension there, given how close they were. He's having a look around the outside. They're just trying to carry as much pace as he can, but into the countryside to go. And it is still, as you can see, as you were. Polovchuk has lost the position to Keys ahead of him, and he is not far behind himself, as you can see, so he will be keen to get in the mix here if he can. And he certainly still is. Lawrence Van Rossen, who's down 4 places himself, so it's been a rough start for the Unicorn driver. But he is close to Bellick ahead, who's managed to get himself back up 3 places. So Bellick having a good comeback drive. Herzog is up to 26, so yeah, he another driver making himself very quick indeed down at the back of the field and making up positions. He's got Steiner behind him. Shield Sullivan now right on the back of his teammate, and he's leaving Lucas Road absolutely standing. No yellow flags for Road, so maybe Sullivan just finding that extra gear. Because I've closed back in as well, sorry, on Boothby. So now Boothby does seem to be losing a bit of pace. Now, is he playing the team game and trying to just hold up Karakas a bit? He's 15 points ahead in the standings, with second and third keep him move him ahead of Karakas. Is he trying to back up the team? Has he just not got the pace? I mean, he's ranked number 1, so we would assume that he's got the pace. But is he playing the team game? Well, Sullivan, as we say, he is catching up to Everson again. So it's 3 visceral drivers up against the top 2. Team tactics, what do we think? I need to get my Nordschleife license so hard. Oh yeah, honestly, that's the track I've never yeah, it gives me the absolute fear, this track. Oh, Everson, right, okay, so maybe O'Sullivan is just catching up because Everson's making these odd mistakes. That's certainly cost him a bit of time to his teammate. Oh, he is looking quicker there. Is he getting held up a bit here? O'Sullivan, is he going to force the issue and press for an overtake? Their teammates are probably in the voice chat. Yeah, catching up. Oh, and Everson again. Maybe just feeling the pressure about O'Sullivan is definitely the quicker of the two at this stage in the race. He's all over the back of him. We've got quite a few corners to go before we get to the straight again. Again, all I'm thinking about here is team tactics potentially. I mean, you've got Team 255 in first and second, and then oh, and he's run deep. Everson. Oh, and I tell you what, they've gone side by side on the exit. Lucas Roth, who was looking out of this contest, is now right back in the mix. There's been a bit of a mix-up there between the teammates. He's come back on the exit, and that is O'Sullivan right out on the grass there. He's had to get it out on the grass to manage to maintain his position. Everson, oh sorry, O'Sullivan's gone past. My apologies, I missed the numbers. O'Sullivan has gone past then. Everson is now under pressure from Rhodes. So that was O'Sullivan taking that move. Taking that position up the inside line. We'll jump back on and look at some trees. So yeah, this is O'Sullivan behind. Oh, we've got yellow flags. Lubezlovsky's tumbling down the order. Nobby, I think, just made a position up. Lindblom's just made a position there. Nobby dropping positions. Oh, so they both had a wiggle. And yeah, Jordi, my apologies, yeah, he did have the move done out of the carousel, so he was already in front here, was O'Sullivan. And that, yeah, and you so almost let Road through. On Everson as well, but not quite, right? What can O'Sullivan do then? Up at the front of the field. Thank you for the follow. That is Jose Antlogi. Thank you very much. Welcome in, welcome in. We'll see. This one is starting to get a bit spicy now. Boothby is very close to Caracas, and Gaskell is very far away from all of them. He's 6.4 seconds up the road. There is Lucas Road, only 2/10 behind Everson. So O'Sullivan and Everson have swapped positions. O'Sullivan's got 4 seconds to make up to Caracas, though. That is quite the gap if he's going to make an impression. Caracas not far behind Boothby, and he's actually going to be getting a lot of slipstream here. So yeah, is this a bit of a back? I mean, I'm thinking again. My mind is absolutely focused on potential team tactics, and yeah, Boothby slowing up the rest of the field is a good idea, but being this close to your competitors on this particular part of the track, you can certainly accidentally give away some ground. Let's see what he can do. Gaskell has, of course, stayed out. The wind is picking up. So the temperature is going down. And the wind is picking up. Tim Flake just getting going again. He's just had a big yellow flag. Polovchuk and Milan Kies looking to swap positions as they head into the garden section at the end of the lap, and that is very close indeed. Polovchuk just being fended off. Can he hang on to this one? And they're both about to be overtaken by Pascal Giraud. No, he is a bit far behind going into turn number 1, but he does have a very good view of what's about to happen between these two. And Patuch and Kish. Oh, Polovchuk's coming at the pits. Sorry, there we go. Polovchuk dived into the pits. That's what's happened there. So Giraud, I thought he was. I genuinely thought he was directly in front of Milan Kis there. So that is some of the drivers starting to come in. What, 56 minutes, and Kurekis and Boothby are as close as they have been since the start of the race. Gaskell 6.4 seconds ahead now. So he is definitely making the most of what's going on behind him. Kurekis is, as I say, well, as you can see, he is well within striking distance. So Sullivan has lost 3 tenths, with Everson now is second behind him as well. Rhodes 7 tenths down, so he's lost a little bit of time. Jurkovic now looking to get past Samir Foch. Battle for 11th place. Foch having a good start to the race. Started in 15th. He is up to 11th position, looking to strengthen his grip on a top 10 finish in the overall standings. Certainly looking good to do so. Milan Kis is showing us up 10 positions, so Strekalowski, but of course we do have cars now coming in and out of the pits. We have lost 2 cars since the start of the race. Bars Vimazar down at the back of the grid. Prolovchuk comes back out of the pits in 30th position. Oh, bit of a wiggle there. For Foch, we'll see what his Mustang can do against that McLaren. Let's see what Kurekis can do against one of his championship rivals. This is an interesting battle. Of course, these two, as I've mentioned more than once, there's only 15-16 points between them in the standings. Just doing a quick check. 16 points. So yeah, it's an interesting one, although there can be as little as 8 points between first and second place. So yeah, an interesting strategy here. Boothby, is he backing the team up? The other drivers up for his teammate to get the win, or is Kurekis just absolutely outgunning him? Boothby certainly not hitting the sector times you would expect at the minute. Everson second down still on O'Sullivan, and in fact Rhodes getting close once again. His sector times are just looking a little bit quicker than Everson, so looking to close up. Everson is trying to stay in touch with O'Sullivan as O'Sullivan tries to conquer the 4-second gap to Kurekis. We're 37 minutes into this one. These two are so close. Jurkovic still looking for a way past Samir Foch if he can. Kevin Bellick and Strekalowski with Dan Nobi. Dan Nobi, of course, very good start to the race. He's still up in net 1 on where he started, but he has dropped a couple of positions in the past lap or so. Strekalowski and Bellick both on a charge. Bellick started in 25th, he's up to 21st, so solid start to him. He's got Dennis Herzog of Khaled behind him. Herzog back up to 22nd position, which is a very good run back through the field considering the starts he's had. We do have, yeah, we've had 3 cars in the pits. Vimasar, Bars and Lovchuk. Lovchuk back out in 30th. As you would expect, but it is Strekalowski, Bellick and Herzog. Sorry, and Nobi that we're watching. Oh, and these two have swapped positions. He's run a bit deep there, and that is move done. Kevin Bellick watches the move as the Aston Martin just takes advantage of that, and we've got a yellow. Oh! Jurkovic and Foch completely stationary as the rest of the field go past. And that is not what you need. Let me just see if we can, in fact, get a quick replay of this. The two of them have been close. There is another one next to there. Lots of trees in the way. I'm going to have to go into far chase cam. Oh, yeah. Just a big tap in the rear from the McLaren there, and yeah, we can't see that for the trees. Several cars coming round, so the two of them having to hold their brakes, and that is a big drop down the field. 17th for Foch. Jurkovic down to 18th position. Prove eternal that the Nordschleife can strike at absolutely any time. Oh, and that is Bellick and Nobi going side by side. Bellick taking the position on Nobi, so he is starting to fall back down the order. And it could be another position very quickly indeed, as Dennis Herzog for Caleb Racing in the Ferrari all over the back of him at the minute. And it is job done very handily indeed. Oh, big yellow flags. With Kobe McVeigh. So I think McVeigh, Reinfeldt and Morris just had themselves a bit of a coming together, but they've all survived and kept running. Lindblom still running in 14th place behind Giraud. And up, oh, Sasha Wastner. Oh, Wastner! Oh, he's had a solid opening to the race, and that is a solid impact with the barrier he's had there. Just coming towards the end of the lap as well. Oh, and that's the second. Oh, wow. Could not have hit a worse part of that barrier there. Just absolutely angled back in towards itself, and that is where Wastner's car bounced off, and that will not be a happy steering wheel. As you can see, oh, an absolute impossibility to drive. He's still got a fair bit of that lap to go as well. 13th position gain. Yeah, so Livraji Racing, yep, he is doing very well. A couple of cars have been in the pits. Which has certainly bumped him up a position or two. But not to take anything away from the monster charge that he's had through the field, being an incredible drive. We'll see. This is effectively pretty much the halfway mark of the race. 90-minute race. He has stayed out the race leader. Shields Sullivan got a bit of a yellow flag. Milan Keith's got a bit of a yellow flag, as well as he has got an Aston Martin and a Honda absolutely tearing up his rear end in the straight. They're going to fall into single line. One of them is surely going to pop out for a move here. Are they going to go for a 3-train bump draft? They are indeed. Could not be, literally could not be any closer. The Honda backs out of it nice and early, so yeah, all the cars working together to try and keep it as close as possible up at the top of the field. We'll see if any of these three, wow, throw over the curb, wild lane, managed to hold on to it as the Honda comes flying out of the garden section to end the lap. Hazard lights flashing from the Ferrari, just to say thank you, as we can hear that Honda engine up the inside line into turn number 1. The Aston, of course, is going to have the prime position. Or no, sorry, it's not really the prime position. You want to be on the outside line so you get a lot more traction and acceleration. Has it done the job for the Honda? It has indeed. He's held that through the twisty stuff, and into turn number 3 it is Lindblom back up to 12th position. Good drive there. Boothby's been overtaken by Caracas. So there we go, into turn number 1. That is Caracas ahead of Boothby and up into 2nd place. So yeah, within a couple of 100 yards of where the position swapped originally, and that is Caracas up to 2nd. He's got a lot of work to make up, a lot of ground to make up to Gaskell, who's 8 seconds ahead at this point. So he has been absolutely flying, and he is just coming up to another car. Oh no, sorry, that's Boothby that we're on board with. My apologies. There is Sam Gaskell there. Yeah, so 8 seconds up the road now that Caracas is ahead of Boothby. So yeah, or is he fuel saving maybe? We shall see, we shall see. Shields Sullivan catching up. It's all solo. Right, okay, so is Boothby just struggling for pace at the minute then? Yeah, he definitely seems to have dropped off quite heavily. Let me just fix that. Even with 3 screens, there's still never enough space for everything. Of course. O'Sullivan now 3.1, so he is closing in on Boothby, who's already a second behind Karakas. Wow, Gaskell. Big gap, and that is increasing. Karakas trying his best to cut, still sitting at 8.5. We'll see how that one plays out as we watch Lindblom and Quiche. Quiche up 13 positions. Lindblom got a position himself and looking to take more if he can. Samir Foch has made it back up to 15th position where he started. He was a few positions up. But then an unfortunate contact with Jurkovic behind him dropped him back down to where they started. Bellic all over the back of Jurkovic himself. After he himself had a bit of a tough start to... Oh no, sorry, he's been on the ascension all the way through actually, up 10 places to 17. Started in 25th, he dropped 2 at the start and then made his way back up, sorry, to 17, so it has been a good run for him. Tim Flay gained an early position and is still there. Polovchuk tumbling down the order, he's had another incident or off track. He's now down to 25th place. So a difficult start for him. Bellic 210s and Lindblom. Still very close as well. Very close in the middle of this little pile. Lindblom, yeah, Bellic is the other one that I'm going to keep an eye on because Jurkovic. Some penalties coming in as well actually, my apologies, I need to do we need to get the penalties up as well. We have had a couple of penalties handed out. Let me just bring us all up to date. I'm sure it would have popped up on the screen as well. We have had warnings for car 30, who is no longer in the race. And car 9, Giraud, got a warning as well. We do have a penalty that's been handed out to Kevin Bellic. 5-second time penalty for forcing another car off track on lap number 1. Car 31 received another warning. A second warning for car 30 came in as well. Car 13 has got themselves a 15-second penalty. That's Polovchuk. So Polovchuk on lap 3 caused the collision. He got himself a 15-second penalty. He has been in the pits and has served that then, of course. And we've also got a penalty for Jurkovic. He's got himself a 10-second penalty. Caused a collision on lap number 5. So a couple of penalties being handed out. The drivers will serve those through their pit stop. They certainly hope. If not, it'll be added to their time at the end of the race, and we'll get the final standings adjusted accordingly. Just checking the chat. We've got the shop partner in there. Do make sure you jump over to the Serbs. There's a 10% discount code as well. Take advantage of that. Absolutely. Get yourself on the LFM website as well and get involved in the racing. I keep saying it. Absolutely get yourself involved. All levels are catered for. You never know. You could be the next Sam Gaskell. He is now 9 seconds ahead of Karakas, so no let up in Gaskell's pace at the minute. We are 48 minutes just gone into the race. We'll see if Gaskell takes this opportunity to come into the pits. Karakas got Boothby just behind him. Shea O'Sullivan now still within 3 seconds. There you can see Everson and Road not too far behind. Gaskell coming into the Garten section. As we have with a few drivers, Tepper, Polovchuk, Strzekalowski, Steiner, Nobi, Bars, Rehfeld, Wassner and Vimas are all been into the pits, and that is where race and championship leader Sam Gaskell comes in too as well. Let's see what Kurekis does. Yep, straight in. They're all straight into the pit lane. Boothby in, O'Sullivan in, Everson, Road, Rochelle, Boucher. We'll see what he does. And Max Neal coming as well. Boucher, yep, he's coming in. Oyston Brenham, he's going to do the same. Yes, indeed, effectively the halfway mark in the race. 50 minutes in, 40 minutes left to go. Patuch, he's likely to come in as well, so we'll see. David Tepper, he has been into the pits now, he's a fair bit down, and he has got a battle on his hands with Polovchuk, who's looking for a move. Now they are at the far end of the Dottinger Straight, is the one I was looking for. Oh, now Wassner. No, wasn't in for a penalty. My apologies. I was about to declare some misinformation there, so you can see at the top 19 all in the pits as these two battle for position along the Dottinger. It is Polovchuk that is now ahead of Tepper. Tepper still very close as the two cars ahead come in, so Polovchuk and Tepper are going to make up a few positions here as they come back past the drivers ahead. Patuch has stayed out. Sam Gaskell has come back out and he has stayed ahead of Kurekis as you would expect. Boothby 1.8 seconds down. O'Sullivan out ahead of Everson, so they've come out of the pits in exactly the same order that they went in. Milan Kish on his way out in 12th place. So yeah, some incredibly good laps from Kies that finds him. 12th position, David Tepper with a phenomenal run as well. He took a slightly early pit stop. Polovchuk back up to 14th position. So even with that penalty, he's come back at where he was, but David Tepper up 5 spots. Patuch, the on-track leader, but it's Sam Gaskell still leading the way. Kurekis in second, Boothby in third, O'Sullivan in fourth, Everson fifth, and Lucas Road in 7th place. Still looking very close there as well, has to be said. Samir Foss, he'll go back to 15th position when Patuch comes into the pits. Whereas Patuch is up just at the start, so I mean, he does still have a little bit of time to come in. Sasha Wassner down at the back of the field after that big contact with the wall. Lots of damage. He's had to repair, and that is him, yeah, down in 31st position. Gaskell running away with it a bit now as Lindblom all over the back of Foss then. So both of these drivers looking to regain some positions, although Herzog is on an absolute charge. Oh, now there is a philosophical question. If you're the only one who didn't stop yet, are you on a good or bad pit strat? I mean, is that a question that can be answered before said pit stop has been taken? I wonder. It certainly does give you a bit of free track. There's an argument that could be made, definitely, that it's a lot better to have another car near you on places like the Dottinger Straight for the slipstream, of course. Did I mention slipstream? I may have once or twice. But certainly, yeah, nice clear track. Banging some quality level laps. Hope for the best. But yeah, we will certainly see. Patuch started in 17th position. So we will see where Micah comes out, and yeah, I think that would give us a fair guesstimation of how effective the pit strategy is. Bellick all over the back still. Oh, Herzog. Yeah, making no moves, absolutely flying. Strekalowski as well, still ahead of Van Rossums. Yeah, back to 21st position for Van Rossums. Don Noby, unfortunately, has tumbled down the order. Let me just see. Oh, now there was a yellow flag. Oh, came in the corner and found an Audi, Sunset Outrun Audi sideways, and that brought Don Noby to a grinding halt. It is safe to say a lot of front end damage which has now been repaired, so that's why Noby, who was on an absolute charge, up beyond 17th at one point in the race, now dropped much further down the order. Strekalowski with a yellow flag. Oh, and that's a big impact there for Strekalowski, some way, somehow. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, so it does have the Unicorn racing car behind. Not too close though. Oh, there's an unforced error. Just mounts that curve a little, with a little too much conviction. Bounces off the wall, and that is all she wrote. So Strekalowski losing some positions. Let's see where Gaskell is now. 9.5 second. So yeah, full conviction. The wind is getting stronger as well. We're now up to 11 kilometers an hour wind with an 18-degree track temperature. So track temp good. Wind conditions not great. Could certainly get worse, but it's not slowing down Gaskell in any way. Everson now right on the back of his teammate O'Sullivan. So this battle is reigniting. Karekis 9.6 down, Boothby 2.3 seconds down on Kareka. So Karekis doing very well. Apologies, just need to very quickly fix them, never complain or explain. Quick technical in the background, bear with me a moment. Yes, there we go. It is the final round. 12 weeks of racing in the CaseKing.de Pro Series, and it's all going to be decided tonight. And at the moment, with 31 minutes to go, 60 minutes of the race done and dusted. Of course, there's been 22 races so far all season. It's been a 20-minute race and then a 40-minute feature race with a top 15 reverse grid. Oh yes. Which has brought us to where we are today. Championship leader Sam Gaskell took pole position in qualifying. He's taken the bull by the horns in the race as well. The king of the Nordschleife at the minute. Everson looking to make changes. Grantis Karakis second in the championship, second in qualifying, second in the race at the moment. George Boothby third in the championship, third in qualifying, third in the race. So it really has been well matched out now. Who was it this most? Mika Petuch. He's come out in 11th place. He's come out in 11th place, so I would say he's maybe had himself a decent little strategy there by staying out. He started in 17th position and is now up to 11th place. So yeah, he's done okay, and I tell you what, he is not far behind Pascal Giraud, who himself has made up an inordinate number of places as well over the race. Starting in 18, so great drive by both of them. Good evening and thank you for the follow, X&Ls, and also Pufafyesh. Yeah, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome in, welcome in. Of course, thank you to everyone in the Twitch and the YouTube chat as well. We've got joint chat with the German stream on Twitch. So welcome in to everyone there as well. I'm sure they'll be jumping in at the end. We'll have the top three in the race, which are the top three in the championship. Strangely, that was semi-predicted in the broadcasters chat before the race, so Chris will be patting himself on the back for this one, I'm sure. Herzog and Lindblom having themselves a battle down just outside the top 15. Samir Foss back to 15. So a very good drive for Foss, but certainly a case of what could have been, as he was found himself inside the top 10 at one point, but unfortunate contact saw him drop down the order. But yeah, back up to 15th. Let's get some more gratuitous Sam Gaskell camera time. Thank you, just getting into the sim scene, loving your broadcast style. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. I'm not sure how you would describe Rabid Badger. That's often how my driving style is described. Also Doug, the little dog from the cartoon Up. Huh? Yeah, but I'm looking around, but there we go, easily distracted. Gaskell up at the front still. Everson all over the back of his teammate, and at this point it is just going to be for overall inner team bragging rights, I would say. O'Sullivan 4th in the championship, 4th in the race, so he's got himself back to the so the top 4 in the championship now reflecting the top 4 in the race, as Everson has been overtaken by O'Sullivan, but O'Sullivan can't make any inroads on the positions ahead. 27 minutes left to go, so I'm sure Everson will be absolutely to the wall to get himself that position back. I mean, in every single facet of motorsport, it's always great to win the race, but it's even better to finish ahead of your teammates, let's face it. That's really what it's all about. Whether it's junior karting or F1. Beat the teammate first and then everyone else later. Sam Gaskell doing that all season. Karakis still second, Boothby third, O'Sullivan in 4th place, Everson in 5th, it's Lucas Road in 6th, Jan Rochelle in 7th, Jan Boucher in 8th place, with Oyston Brenham in 9th, and Pascal Giraud currently rounding out the top 10 with an 8th. 8th place gain. He was down outside the top 22 at one point, and he has come firing back through the field. But he does have Micah Patouche, who's made himself, he's got that price strategy absolutely dialed in, his racecraft as well, as he finds himself up into 11th and looking to break into the top 10 if he can. He's going to have to break his way past that Aston Martin, which we'll all know is quicker in a straight line. Well, one caveat to that: if the Aston Martin is running a lot of wing and the Ferrari isn't running a lot of wing, there is a chance. But it does seem like a rather unlikely set of circumstances given the track. The Aston, here we go through the carousel, all the way around. Very nice exit by both drivers, especially by Patouche. He is really keeping him on his toes, as you can see. That is some close stuff. Oh, and there's a bit of contact. He sent him sideways. He's managed to hold on to it. Pascal Giraud, ladies and gentlemen, race fans young and old, can have a standing ovation for that hold. That's safe there. The Ferrari managing to back him as well to not make it worse. He will hold on. That does then put that little bit of nervousness potentially into Giraud. Is that going to then force him into an unforced error? If you catch the meaning of that one. I can't even find the mouse to change the cameras because I'm so engrossed in what's going on. Patouche absolutely all over the back of him still. Sam Gaskell putting on an absolute masterclass up at the front. He's now 11 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Boothby within 2.5 of Karakas. But Boothby now finding more time on O'Sullivan, who's 4.3 seconds down and absolutely in full defence mode. From teammate Lawrence Lynn Everson, the Visceral Esports Mustangs, dueling it out for 4th position. Popito, thank you very much for the following. Commentating ACC races is fire followed. Follow me in Helmet View. ACC track runs challenging but fun. OG Speed, welcome in, thank you very much. Thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, I do love commentating these races because I also get to control the cameras. So I get to keep an eye on the action as well. Free, absolutely free front row seats to the best show in town, and the LFM Pro Series. It doesn't really get much better, to be honest. The talented drivers here, incredible. 8-minute 1.0 for Gaskell in qualifying, not too shabby as showing in the Mustang round here. Patouche and Giraud along the start-finish straight. Let's see how much rear wing the Ferrari's got. Wow, a lot more than the Aston Martin. He's gone absolutely flying past. I did not necessarily expect to see that. Okay, so he's not gone flying past. He's pulled out the slipstream. He's got his back wheel to the front wheel of the Aston Martin. They're going to go side by side through the garden section. The Ferrari just pops in front. You feel the Aston just backing his nose out of there. Laugenberg looking to do the same, and he's got Polovchuk. Oh, and Huzzy, they're going to make contact through the garden. They're going to go side by side. Aston and Polovchuk is going to end up sideways. Polovchuk not as successful. It's an ill wind that blows nobody some good, and it's Samir Foch is making the most of that. Polovchuk losing positions hand over fist as he's got to stay stationary. Oh, as he then bounces it into the wall. Let's have another look at that one then. Although I think we're all... yeah, I did see definitely some curbs involved as well. The two of them absolutely side by side. So that was two Ferrari v Aston Martin duels. Oh, they made a bit of contact on the straight there. Both of them trying to stand their ground. No quarter given nor asked by either driver. And we didn't get to see the incident as Polovchuk is pulled over. Polovchuk completely stationary. Is he redressing the position? Okay, so the replay we just watched was highlighting the contact on the straight. This replay should let us see. So they made contact there, yeah, he's just magnetised to the front. The Ferrari dodges out the way and the Aston Martin bounces into the wall. He is back in front, and that is a whole lot of damage that he's now carrying. Polovchuk tumbling down the order after that one. Dan Novi and Jurkovic as well down the order, but certainly Polovchuk absolutely feeling the pain. And Dan Novi just trying to go around the outside. I don't think that Aston Martin has got much control over his car at the minute. Yeah, you can see the angle on the steering wheel there. Trying to keep it in a straight line, not the easiest thing to do. We have suddenly got Jeremy Morris is showing us in the lead of the race. Not 100% sure how that's happened, but I can assure you it is still Sam Gaskell by 11 seconds ahead of Boothby, who is sitting at that 2.5 to 3 second gap. Sheil Sullivan still got 4th place by 4 seconds. RC's 4 seconds down on Boothby. Everson now 1.5 seconds down with Road. Nico Liberi's distance back as well. Pascal Giraud trying to catch back up to Batush to retake that position there. Samir Foss catching up to Laugenberg, so that could be one to watch. We've got Corey McVeigh, Jakub Jurkovic catching up to Polovchuk, carrying all that damage. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's happened, because it would mean that Morris has gone past him. There we go, he's dropped back down the order, so something up with the timing tower temper. Oh, my apologies, worst timing ever. A little bit of a tickle in the throat there, as Polovchuk does get overtaken. Unsurprisingly, that's a whole lot of damage that he's carrying there, and I would expect Morris to get past very quickly as well. Samir Foch still looking to take more places. He has deservedly gained himself 2 since the pit stops. He's had, if it wasn't for bad luck, I don't think he would have had much luck at all this season. He's been the wrong place at the wrong time a couple of times. On the map, it seems Gaskell is still first, but not in the times. I'm not sure. Yeah, so occasionally you do get these micro glitches in the timing. It may well have been he didn't go out into the Nordschleife itself and came back into the pits. The short track, so it would have just taken a sector or two for that to catch back up again. The joys of technology. It's great when it works, as they say. It's certainly working for Gaskell at the minute. We've got 18 minutes left. He's currently lapping, what are we looking at? 8-minute 4s. But yeah, you'll finish this lap. Should be looking to get another 2. Oh, Sasha Wassner back to the pits. It's certainly been a race to forget for Sasha. He's had a solid season so far, but this one not going his way at all. The Nordschleife is completely indiscriminate. We've got Herzog and Kish. No, sorry, Herzog dropping back down the field. Carrying a lot of damage. Yeah, that suspension not the cleverest, but yeah, Herzog's dropped back down the field. Kish looking to take more places now. He's got a net gain. He's made him another 2 since coming out of the pits. He's up to 16th place from a starting of 24th. Bellick up to 15th place from 25th. So these two have had similar journeys through the field. In fact, no, my apologies. I've undersold Kevin Bellick's efforts through this one, actually. He did drop down quite a few places, and he's made more than that back. As I say, he's up to 15th just ahead of Quiche. So an interesting little battle between these two for 15th position. So we'll see how that one plays out. Everson's caught back up to O'Sullivan, so absolute yo-yoing between these two. They're on the Dottinger straight. I wonder if we will see any bump drafting between the two. I imagine we will. It gets the two of them moving quicker. You can see Gaskell is still on the Dottinger straight himself, but he is 12 seconds now in the lead. Quiche and Bellick. Oh, yellow flag. Herzog getting involved in that one as well. Oh, wow. There's been an absolute contact there. So let's see what we can see. A couple of yellow flags through the field. O'Sullivan. Oh no, that's the bump drafting. Yeah. Oh, so Bellick had already spun. Right, okay, my apologies. It's Bellick that we are looking for. So here we go. So this is Bellick and Milan Quiche. As I say, the two of them making great moves through the field. Hopefully the trees get out of the way. Oh, it's an unforced error. He's just been a bit too committed on the kit. Oh, that is so unfortunate. So unfortunate for Milan Quiche. Did absolutely nothing wrong there. It was the slightest mistake by Bellick. Bellick, after the mistake, not like he did anything wrong either. He tried to slow the car down, unsuccessfully though. And that has left them both much further down the field after... oh no, it's still showing Bellick is in 15th place. Milan Quiche now down to 22nd. Herzog in 16th place and Van Rossum in 17th position. Polovchik again, he's down quite a few. He's had a pretty rough race. Wasner retiring to the pits. Gaskell absolutely nailing this so far, and Herzog, he is still in a battle, and it is with Kevin Bellick, who is going to be easy pickings, you would think. They're both carrying damage, but it does look like Bellick is carrying a whole lot more. And I would think Herzog would be keen to get this done before they get out into the countryside. We are going to be heading down into Ad Van Bogen pretty soon. That would be, you'd think, a good place to strike. Get it done before the chicane. He's going to have to be careful through the Schumacher-S though, and I tell you, so is Kevin Bellick. It's his first time carrying it through there with this level of damage. And the camera not keeping up. Let's have a look. No, keeps it between the mail and the mustard. Let's see what Herzog can do. Down through Ad Van Bogen to try and get ahead. Bellick absolutely limping at the moment. He's still getting good corner exits though, to be fair. He's maybe losing a lot of top end speed, but he's certainly not losing a whole lot out of the corners based on how much of a run he's getting on the Ferrari. It's only right at the end of the straight. He backs right out of it there. He was not close enough, so obviously had to back out of it. But that is Bellick going to hold it, and yeah, squeaky bum time for Herzog, especially Van Rossum catching up behind. Could be his chance to grab himself a couple of positions if these two are slowed by Bellick's damage. Gaskell 12 seconds ahead, and he's going to finish this lap and get one more. So what we're looking at, 11 laps in the 90 minutes. That is not too bad. Did unsurprisingly have the quickest pit stop as well, was stationary for 32 seconds exactly, the quickest pit time of anyone in the race. Gaskell has this in the bag surely, discounting any major errors or curse of the commentator as well. That is an ever-present danger to the drivers, unfortunately. But yeah, you would think at this stage, given the gap that he's got, 12 seconds, he could easily afford to take a couple of percent off. just to make sure he brings it home. Herzog has got past Bellic, and that's a very nice move through the countryside. The Ferrari getting the job done. Not much in the way of front end grip, or certainly nowhere near the amount of front end grip Bellic had at the start of the race, and that now finds him down to 16th position. Severe force all over the back of Laugenberg. Again, been a tough race for the LFM content creator. He's made multiple overtakes, but after that unfortunate contact, a lot of the overtakes were to get back to where he started. The sun absolutely bouncing through the windows there, as you can see. It's starting to set 8 PM local time. Tree just coming through the sun just coming through the trees. A couple of raids coming in. I'll get into the German channel. I would be getting nervous. Probably would get overconfident and make a dumb error. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're a different breed. They're an absolute different breed. The nerve it takes, I mean, even the qualifying, I was saying that at the start of the broadcast, and even qualifying, Gaskell was out. He was the first car out of the pits. He was the first car in the pits. He was the first car out of the pits, leading the championship. And yeah, outsetting the time first. Everson and O'Sullivan are still absolutely magnetised together. Lucas Road dropping a bit of pace now to the Mustangs. Lindblom and Foss now getting into it. Foss couldn't find his way past Laugenberg. Lindblom trying to find his way past Foss if he can. The Honda is definitely a quick car in a straight line. Let's see what I can do through the twisty stuff against Foss. I was saying he was looking good for getting himself another spot. But Lindblom got different ideas up the inside. Beautiful work by the two of them to stay side by side. Just enough room to, left by both. There's only just enough room to get two cars on there side by side. They do both survive. Oh, and it's Samir Fawcett holds on to the position. Oh, nice work by Lindblom to open up the corner there. Gets a very good apex and exit. Bit of a wiggle from the Mustang on the exit. The pressure still being applied. Into the carousel we go. How the exit's going to be, they need to be spot on here, and very nicely done by Force to hold on to the spot for the moment. Laugenberg with a much clearer rear view mirror than he did have not but a few corners ago. Force now firmly battling away with the Honda driver. Yeah, I'm sure the driver's absolutely loving this. Let's see what Everson's doing against his teammate. They're through the mini carousel, so not far ahead. Gaskell already on to the Dottinger straight. It is for the penultimate time, race number 23 of the 12-week series. And it is championship leader Gaskell putting on a championship leading performance here for the final round. We can see Everson and O'Sullivan. Let's go Bonnet-Cam once again. Absolute full tilt. Uh, 284 kilometres an hour for O'Sullivan there. Boothby on his own, 275. So yeah, it's worth an extra few kilometres an hour, that's for sure. Let's see what Lindblom can do against her Foss. Nothing at the moment. We're going to find these two coming on to the Dottinger straight. We'll see what the Honda driver can do. He just survives that mini carousel there. The back of the car bouncing laterally before the tyres grip. That could have very much been good night, Irene. It was not, though. Roller coaster rolling once again down the hill onto the straight. What can the Honda do against the Mustang in a straight line? Everson and O'Sullivan still only 0.3 of a second separate these two as they come along the start-finish straight again. Using those aerodynamics. Boothby 3.1 seconds down on Karakas, who's 13 down on the race leader. So all going the way of Gaskell at the minute. Here comes the Honda. Big bump draft. very good view of that custom livery as well. And that's these two getting themselves up to some incredible top end speeds as well. Trying to close the gap on the drivers ahead. Laugenberg being that driver, he was along there solo. He is out of there solo, and he's got Foch and Lindblom that little bit closer. Sam Gaskell is on his final lap. It's lap number 11. And it has been quite the series for Sam so far. He is 1 lap away from €2,500. And full bragging rights within the 255 team and within LFM, bringing home a Pro Series. I believe this is his first. I could be massively wrong on that one. I will have to double. Has Sam won the Pro Series before? A couple more penalties coming in. No one in the top 10. So it's not going to affect how that goes. Let me just see. Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. Yeah, there's that many series. I need to get myself some better nose taking, but yeah, of course. Yeah, some serious achievements here as well. Oh, let's mess up that page. We've got Ford livery is nice. Yeah, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Actually, wait, I've got myself confused. Let me see. Right, I need to check my notes. And we need to keep an eye on what we've got going on out here. He's still leading the way comfortably. Everson now 1.7 seconds down on O'Sullivan, who's still 4 seconds behind Boothby. Even if he gets past, Boothby will finish ahead of him in the overall standings. Laugenberg has got himself a cheeky little breakaway. Now 1.5 seconds up the road. Lindblom 8/10 or so behind. So still keeping Samir Foch on his toes. Tepper and Bellick. Bellick looking to regain some positions. It is going to be a big ask from there. Now 2 seconds down with that damage. Tepper will be looking to catch up. He's got himself a nice pristine car. No more penalties coming in, and yeah, as I'm looking away at the timings, we've got a very nice overtake done by David Tepper, so that's got him ahead. We've got Lindblom putting the pressure again on Sir Foch, so he's catching him up here through the first quarter of the lap, and is certainly going to keep it interesting. Tobias Loud losing a bit of time as well, actually, to both of them behind. So he's certainly going to need to keep his eye on the prize ahead of him. The top 5 still as you were. Lucas Road moving a little bit quicker than Everson at the moment, but there is a 3-second gap there. Gaskell though still increasing the gap to Karekas. He is looking absolutely solid. Not much of the lap left to go. Oh, now is he going to get another lap? Oh, it's actually going to be close. It's actually going to be quite close. We might get another lap here. We shall see, we shall see. Lindblom is where I'm looking for here against Sir Foss. This one's still ongoing. And it's certainly going the way of Lindblom at the minute. Foss soaking up the pressure as we head into... Yeah, more bump drafting to catch up. Very strategic up to drivers. Absolutely on board with the bump drafting philosophy, and that is reeling in Laugenberg. Oh, and yeah. There's one thing to do the bump drafting, you really do have to be committed through the corners around here at the best of times. And that is a lot more pace you're carrying. A little bit of a wiggle there from Sir Foss, but he's managed to hang on to that one very nicely in the middle of the track. Laugenberg now right within striking distance. Through the main carousel we go as Gaskell is making his way through the final couple of corners before the Dottinger Straight. So it is going to be close, but this will be the final checker flag. The rest will be done by about 4 or 5 seconds when he crosses the line. Oh, and that's a nice line again by Samir Foss. Laugenberg will be watching these two very closely indeed. Everson. Oh no, that's gone. Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was down under a second. It's just hit 2 seconds is the gap there. As Gaskell is on the Dottinger Straight. What a season it has been for Sam Gaskell. He's taken pole position, absolute dominance tonight. Came into tonight as the championship leader. He's taken pole position in qualifying, and he has not looked back. He had a bit of a battle on his hands with Karakas in the first few corners, but as soon as we got out into the countryside for the first time, Gaskell absolutely tore off into the distance, and he's going to bring home a race win, a championship win, and a €2,500 cash prize. He is weaving left and right. There will be lights flashing, there will be whooping, there will be celebrating. The 255 Go Setups Garage will be absolutely delighted. Sam Gaskell is our season 19 CaseKing.de Pro Series champion. Garantis Karakas crosses the line, sees the checkered flag for second, and will finish second in the championship. And then George Boothby will cross the line in third. He'll finish third in the championship. Then it'll be Shield Sullivan in fourth place for fourth in the championship. Everson in fifth. Lucas Road in sixth place. Jan Rochelle in seventh position. Jan Boucher is going to cross the line in eighth as he exits the Dottinger Straight. Let's see what happens along the Dottinger Straight as the Mustang has got the might along the straight. Can the Ferrari defend into the garden section for the final time at Ascot? Foss looking for a big jump. He's got his nose ahead. He's up to 12th position. The Ferrari completely outgunned in a straight line, and the Honda out with this one as well. I did think the Honda had a good old chance, but Samir Foss, last few corners, manages to get himself a very good position. Oh, is the Ferrari going to come fighting back? It's going to be so close across the finish line, but it is going to be Foss finishing in 12th. Jan Boucher got 8th, Brenham in 9th, and Petouche up to 10th position. So great drive for him. Pascal Giraud finishing in 11th place as we saw Foss in 12th, Laugenberg in 13th, Lindblom in 14th place, and Dennis Herzog for Talent Racing crossed the line in 15th position, was down in 30th at one point. So an up and down drive, but certainly all the way up at the end. Van Rossum has got himself 16th. Tepper and Bellick, after tough ends to the race, find themselves 18th and 19th place. Tim Flake in 20th position. Up to Fabian Buers in 21st, Dan Nobi finishing in 22nd place, and Jakob Jurkovic, tough race as well, in 23rd. Corey McVeigh in 24th with Jeremy Morris in 25th place. Jent Bars is going to finish in 26th. Stekolovsky, Polovchuk, Kish all finishing outside the top 25. But it is the 255 competition by Go Setups car of Sam Gaskell that has seen the checkered flag first, and again will be taking home the top spot in the championship. We will get the drivers in. We have got third place in. We'll get the results up as well, but we'll not hold them up. So here we go. His TTS in his own stream will be going wild once again as he does make his way onto the podium. Started tonight in third in the championship, third in qualifying, third in the race. It's been quite the season and will be crowned third overall and receive €1,000 cash prize for his efforts. Good evening, George, and congratulations on a successful season.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Obviously, you always want to go for the top spot, and I think there was a few hiccups I had, like a few contacts, a few not my fault, a few maybe my fault, and that overall, I guess, cost me just the consistency, I guess. But big shout out to Sam. He was just outrageously quick in almost every round, and he definitely deserved it. And he put on a show there. He just drove away from everyone, so it was just wild to see. His pace was nuts. In terms of my race, though, for that, I do not know how I didn't get a drive-through penalty, because in the pits, my pit limiter button didn't work.
Oof.
And I sped going over the line, like blatantly sped. So I was like, yep, that's the end of the race. That's it. But then it didn't give me one. So I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm not going to question it, though. It's a great feature. But yeah, we didn't get the drive-through. So let's sort of save our race. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it on the track. I knew if I stayed ahead of Shea, then P3 was like guaranteed. And then Grantus, I think I had to win to beat Grantus, so I knew that'd be really tough. So yeah, just happy to be in the top 3, get some prize money, and I'll be using that to pay for a new garage door, because I got burgled the other day and they broke my door. So I definitely need that money to fix that. So I'm very happy.
Yeah, nice timing for a bad situation. That is, yeah, it's a bit of a bugger, as we say up north. Mate, talking about your race as well, actually, George, I have to ask, you really did seem to have a lot of pace at the start. You put an absolute hurt on Grantis, you got past him, and then the tide seemed to certainly swing in his favour. I wasn't sure if you were maybe playing the team game and trying to back up the Visceral team to give Sam a better chance to win, whether you were maybe on track limit warnings, but certainly towards the end of the first stint, you did seem to drop a lot of pace to Grantis behind them. Was that strategic, or was that just didn't have the pace?
I think it's because I was pushing so hard, and then I managed to get past him, but then my tires died. So the second stint, I was like, I should probably monitor my tires more, and it worked, and I was able to not lose as much on raw pace at the end. But yeah, just not good driving on my part in terms of saving tires. I definitely should have been a bit smoother, but that's the reason for that.
Right, okay, I did wonder. Sorry, my apologies. That's the results from Japan still up. We will get the results from tonight's race as soon as we can. And as the series as a whole, George, I'll let you go after this quick question, says the man that asks overly long questions. The season so far, we've had the reverse order grace with the reverse order grids with the feature races. How have you found season 19 overall from a driver's perspective?
I think it's been great. I love I love this format of reverse grids in the second race. It makes it so, like, people that maybe don't always have the opportunity to be on the podium have a chance, and obviously that's really exciting for them. I think it's exciting for viewers. So yeah, I think that's been definitely the best part of Pro Series this season. Been a little bit of a shame about the Fords. Obviously you want a bit more car diversity, but maybe next season we can get a bit more of that. So but yeah, great season overall. I'm super happy, and yeah, just been a great show, and thanks to everyone on LFM for putting it on.
Yes, second that, absolutely. It's been a phenomenal show from a spectator's point of view. I love rocking up to these races when I'm on the broadcast, because it is incredible. And it's good to hear the drivers are enjoying it as well. Of course, Season 20 can be shaped. Get yourself over to the website, perfect plug, and you can help choose the tracks and the format. But George, listen, and the team as well, 255, phenomenal season. The 255 Visceral Battle has been one I have been thoroughly enjoying. Congratulations on third place tonight, and huge congratulations on third place. Another top 3 finish in the LFM Pro Series, Josh. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. Cheers. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. There we go. George Boothby, as I say, third in the standings. Third in the race, and second in the standings, and second in the race, one Mr. Grantas Karekis, who's definitely not on mute for this interview. Grantas winning the Next Level Racing FGT Pro Bundle after an interesting night at the office once again. Congratulations on the second place in the overall standings, and a good race tonight, Grantas.
Yeah, it was quite lonely, to be honest, especially the second stint, but yeah, it was pretty good. I wish I had a bit more pace to at least be closer to Sam, but I still got P2. Really happy with that, and yeah, we'll see what comes up in the future.
Indeed, yeah. I was just talking to George about the little battle between the two. Yeah, at the start, he really did put the pressure on Sam into the first few corners. He got a bit of a breakaway, and then George really did pile on the pressure, managed to get ahead of you, and then suddenly seemed to lose a bit of pace. His tyres dropped off, and you started to catch up again. How was it running through the race, given how close it is in the standings? George getting away from you, then suddenly you managing to reel him back in and get back ahead. How was that phase of transition for you through the race?
Yeah, I was honestly struggling quite a bit in the first few laps in the race. The car balance was a bit weird to me. I just didn't really get it. I wasn't comfortable at all. But then I started I focused more, and I tried to drive like how the car wants, and it paid off. Since lap 4 I started catching him back up again, and yeah, the fight was obviously pretty fun. In terms of paces, it was kind of hot lapping more the battle, but I still kind of enjoyed it. You had to push lights out basically the whole race. So yeah, it was really good. And at the same time as well, when I was struggling in the first few laps and he was pulling away from me a little bit, I knew that if George wins the race, if like Sam, like there's like a bigger gap between me and him, Sam could lift off and let George through to overtake me in the championship. And I had that in mind as well. So I had to lock in almost immediately to not let that happen. And unfortunately, it paid off.
Indeed, yeah, it was just incredibly close. George touched on it as well. Just a fantastic show for the viewers. I did wonder, a lot of my extrapolations during the broadcast, was there going to be team orders here, there and everywhere, because it was effectively Team 255 against Team Visceral, and Everson getting himself involved as well, of course, with a phenomenal qualifying, putting 3 Visceral cars in the top 5. It just, I love this series, just grinning ear to ear. How did you find the series overall, Grantas? Of course, we've touched on it in a couple of interviews previously, but the season overall, 23 races over the 2 weeks. We've had the 20-minute race, the 40-minute feature with the reverse order grid, and the 90-minute finale here at the King of Racetracks to crown the King of the Pro Series. How have you found the series yourself as a competitor?
Yeah, honestly, it was quite fun. The second race format, reverse grid is fun usually when it's like more for a format. It's pretty good, but I think for like a competitive championship, it's a lot of luck involved. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it most of the rounds, but some of the rounds really cost me a lot because of just not even due to my mistakes. It's just by luck, and I think I liked a little bit more. I liked more luck than Sam, I feel like, but I mean, he was for sure the better driver for most of the season, and he absolutely deserves it. It was still fun championship, especially, to finish it off with a 90-minute race at Nordschleife.
Indeed, yes. I cannot get my head around this track, and I have the utmost admiration for anyone that can do a lap around here, never mind at the pace that you drivers do. It makes the hairs on my arms stand up on end when I see you going over some of those curves. Yeah, as you say, a lot of luck involved, but you've got 90% of luck is skill, and that skill that you've got has brought you home the Next Level Racing FGT Pro Bundle, the Grey Edition, the Pro Direct Monitor Mount, the Pro Shifter, the hard drive add-on, the Pro Direct KB and mouse tray, and the haptic pad. Not a bad little setup for 12 weeks work, Grantas.
Oh yeah, there's actually a lot of items. I didn't even know that. So yeah, it's a pretty cool price, for P2. I'll take it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you'll be back to make sure you win the Season 20 in the Pro Series?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's after such a long championship, I kind of want to take a break, but I mean, we'll see if the prizes are good again. Why not coming back?
Indeed. Well, Grant, same as George and everyone else, and through the entirety of the field, on behalf of the viewers and the broadcast staff, thank you for the races and the championship that you guys and gals put on. And huge congratulations on second in season 19 and for the prizes that you just won.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much for LFM championship. Thank you. Thanks to you for commentating and hosting interviews. Was really enjoy chatting with you in interviews, and yeah, hopefully we can meet sometime soon again. I hope.
Yes, well, thank you very much. I love speaking to you guys as well. I do wander off topic every now and again, but I absolutely love having the front row seat. So thank you very much, Grantas. I'm glad you enjoy the interviews, and we absolutely love the racing. So there we go. Grantas Kareka, second in the championship, second in tonight's race for Visceral Esport. But now, ladies and gentlemen, race fans, young and old, winner of tonight's race, round number 12, race number 23, crown champion of the season, and of course, more importantly, head and shoulders the quickest driver in the 255 team, which I'm sure is the most important part.
Yes, definitely.
Straight in there, ladies and gentlemen, it is Mr. Sam Gaskell. Sam, congratulations on, well, everything, only slightly annoying. You took pole position, you won the race by an absolute margin, and you bring home the top spot. So lots to dislike about you, my friend.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I did ask at the start. I did ask at the start of the broadcast, and a couple of us are curious. How do you handle the pressure? Going into tonight's race, you were championship leader by less than 100 points. You've got a teammate who's 16 points behind at second place. There's €2,500 on the line, and you're the first person out of the box to set a qualifying time. Is this just another qualifying session to you, or was there any difference to the quali tonight and the race given what was on the line?
Not really. I mean, in terms of pressure, not really. The only thing that was a bit scary about the whole quali, which to be honest I was most worried about, was because of so many cars into the last chicane, being the first one out of the box. I think it's like the first couple of 10 maybe out of the box. Because you're going around so quickly and the lap is so short for the GP section, you catch up to other people going onto their lap. And there was about maybe 5, 6, 7 cars I had to almost crash into going onto the Nord's loop. But yeah, that was probably the scariest part of quali. But in terms of pressure, I mean, I usually just go for it and, just drive my way through it. I mean, it's the same with fear. If you're scared, just go for it and you'll get over your fear. And it's the same with pressure. Just do it, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And yeah.
Well, tonight it worked in your favour. I did also, another quick question about the quality, if I may. I did notice that you came back to the pits a couple of times, and the final time you went back to the pits, you came out behind George. Was that trying to pile the pressure on him to set a quicker lap time in quality? No?
No, I didn't even notice I was behind him, to be honest. I wanted to get out because of clean air, because the first time I went back to the box and went out after I finished that first lap, I went out and somebody was in front of me who was already on a lap, who was slower. So I was like, I'm going to catch them midway through the lap. I'll just back off now, go back to pits, get out quickly and go around again, and then go into a lap where it's completely clean. And obviously that's when I ended up improving in the end.
Yeah, well there you go. There's me just adding storylines to make it sound interesting. Yeah, there's a bit of mind games going on in the team. But yeah, great race tonight. I mean, obviously Grantas absolutely going for it at the opening of the lap. How important was it for you to be in first place heading out into the countryside, out of the stadium section on lap 1?
Probably, yeah, it's pretty important. I mean, I still had a bit of buffer because of the points gap. It wasn't big, but it was, it was big enough for me to. If I finished in the top 3 and he won, it wouldn't necessarily matter where I finished within our top 3. But I definitely wanted to do it just for bragging rights. I mean,
yep.
Yeah, I was happy. To be honest, even if Grantas got ahead, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. But I just wanted to get ahead so I could, control the race, do it at my pace, and that's where I'm best. So that's why I went for it.
Yeah, and did you think you would have that much of a gap to the rest of the field? I know Grantis and George got themselves entrenched in a little bit of a battle a couple of times, but you seem to just pull away from the rest of the field at a fairly steady pace. Is that how you envisaged it going? Have you seen your own pace that quick in practice and things compared to the rest of the drivers?
I think, to be honest, I wasn't expecting the gap it was. I mean, I knew that I was probably the quickest driver because I'd done that much practice, and from past events as well, I was at the top. So I was pretty confident going into it, and I was pretty happy, and I was kind of sure I was going to run away. That's also another reason why I wanted to get into first and control the race. But I wasn't expecting the gap that I got. So yeah, a bit surprised, but considering they were fighting, and yeah, I think George also had a stop-go scare in the pits as well. I think he let go, his pit button didn't work, and he thought he got a stop-go, and I was like, there's no way. But apart from that, yeah, it was smooth sailing, just stay consistent, and the gap continued to grow.
Indeed, yeah, and we've asked the other drivers. I've mentioned it to you a couple of times in commentary now. We'll go over it again, though. We've got lots of new followers and things, so thank you to everybody that's joined in. The series itself, 23 races, the 20-40-minute format with a reverse order grid. It has been an exceptionally interesting championship all the way down to the wire. How have you yourself as a competitor found it this season?
Definitely interesting. I mean, I'd already done, I think I started in season 14, and then on until season 18 we were doing just 60 minutes and 90 minutes, so I was very used to those 60-minute sprints, 90-minute sprints, whatever. So it was nice to get a refreshment. Obviously, how doing a last to first around something like Bathurst, or Nords, it's, or Monza for example as well. It's not fun, but yeah, definitely more entertaining, and definitely showed the luck side of racing instead of the skill side.
Indeed, yeah, it's been quite the spectacle. It's been quite the spectacle. Well, after multiple pole positions and multiple wins, as I say, you will be crowned the CaseKing.de Pro Series Championship, €2,500 on its way, thanks to Fanatec, the sponsors of that one, Sam. Not a bad little haul for 12 weeks' work. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah, oh, and before you go, one last one. Obviously, you'll be back next season to fend off, most importantly, your teammates, but the rest of the field as well, and go back to back.
I hope so. That'd be good. Yeah, I'd like to. We'll see.
Excellent. Well, cannot wait for that one. Again, Sam, congratulations on tonight, and an absolutely phenomenal season, and can't wait to see you again next season for the Pro Series.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
There we go then, folks. Sam Gaskell joining us, crowned our series champion, as we can see with the confirmed results up on screen. Sam Gaskell taking the win by 40 points. 140 points over Grantis Karekas Boothby in third place. O'Sullivan finishing in fourth. Delphant not racing tonight, but still held on to fifth position. Minar and Wassner. Minar not racing. Wassner did, sixth and seventh for those two. Bellick up to eighth, ahead of Samir Foch. Again, he just really hasn't had a lot of luck this season at all. Definitely expecting big things next season. Van Rossum rounding out the top 10. Tim Flake and Jack Humble 11th and 12th, with Fabian Buers finishing the season in 13th. Abe Santema in 14th, and David Tepper with Corey McVeigh just behind him. Both of them racing tonight, 15th and 16th. Lindblom, Rochelle, Frey and Lewis Lavsky rounding out the top 20. And again, quick look at the prizes for the drivers. It is George Boothby receiving €1,000 cash thanks to PXN. Grantis Karekas winning the next level racing FGT Pro Bundle, and Sam Gaskell bringing home the €2,500 in cash. Overly excited, pushing all the buttons. A huge thank you to all the drivers that have taken part across the series. It has been an absolute delight. On behalf of myself, Olaf and Mr. Christian Romano, to bring you all of the races. Of course, Chris over on the German channel, who did raid for the interviews, and Top Racing TV as well, broadcasting in Spanish. Thank you to everyone that's given us the follows, the likes, the thumbs up, the subscribes, all that good stuff over all the social medias, helping the platform grow. and bringing us more and more enthralling races. Almost 260,000 drivers, now closing in on 114 million competitive laps driven here at LFM, and it's only going to get bigger and it's only going to get better. So make sure you keep on tuning in and get yourself involved in the racing. That is all we've got time for this evening. Again, thank you to Boris Shark for setting this all up. Thank you to LFM for putting it all on. We'll be back on Sunday for the finale of the ACC Drive Endurance Series, so fear not. Not long before more top class racing comes your way. Until then, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.